India's topmost medical research body, ICMR, said on Friday that it's attempting to launch the world's first COVID-19 vaccine on August 15th. It has 12 institutes where human trials are being held for the vaccine Covaxin, ordering them to speed up approvals, the Hindustan Times has reported. The ICMR also has warned that non-compliance will be viewed very seriously. The vaccine has been jointly developed by ICMR and Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech. The company had earlier said it hopes to bring out the vaccine in early 2021.
With 4,329 people testing positive on Friday, Tamil Nadu crossed 1 lakh mark in the number of COVID-19 infections. Health Department officials said the total number of infected persons in the state now stands at 1,02,721. The total number of COVID-19 patients who died over the past 24 hours was 64, taking the death toll to 1,385. On the positive side, 2,357 COVID-19 patients were cured and discharged from various hospitals in the state, taking the total number of COVID-19 cured to 58,378. Chennai continued to top the COVID-19 infection table with 2,082 persons testing positive for the virus, and the tally stands at 64,689. The active cases in the city stand at 23,581.
Calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi's strong message against expansionist nations groundless and exaggerated, China on Friday said it has demarcated boundaries with 12 of its 14 neighboring countries through peaceful negotiations, turning land borders into bonds of friendly cooperation. Ji Rong, the spokesperson of the Chinese embassy, said it is groundless to view China as expansionist, exaggerate and fabricate its disputes with neighbors. In a strong message to Beijing, Prime Minister Modi, addressing soldiers during a surprise visit to Ladakh, said that the age of expansionism is now over and it is the age of development. Former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram on Friday questioned PM Modi's unwillingness to term China as the aggressor in the face of violent clashes that took place last month along the line of actual control in Ladakh's Galwan Valley. The Congress leader asked in a series of tweets why, for the third time in a week, the Prime Minister did not name China as the aggressor. He sought purpose of talking about an unnamed enemy to the people of India and soldiers in Ladakh. Chidambaram also raised questions about Prime Minister's continued silence on where exactly the clashes between the Indian and Chinese troops took place and whether China intruded into Indian territory.
The Nagaland government has decided to ban commercial import, trading and sale of dog meat, the state's top official said on Friday. The move comes after outrage over a picture of incapacitated canines tied in gunny bags was widely circulated on social media. This is the second time such a move has been taken. The state government in the past had asked urban local bodies to end market selling dog meat, but the decision was not implemented. Dog meat is considered a delicacy among some communities in the state. In 2016, animal rights activists had sent a legal notice to the government over dog meat trade.
The Railways on Friday said certain job profiles of its employees might change in the coming days, but asserted that there will be no job losses. The statement comes a day after the national transporter issued a letter asking its general managers to slash 50% vacancies and freeze creation of new posts. In an online briefing, Director General of the Railway Board, Anand S. Khati, said that railways will be right-sizing and not downsizing. He said due to technological interventions in the national transporter, certain job profiles might change, wherein the personnel will be reskilled, but there will be no job losses. The Railways currently has 12,18,335 employees and spends 65% of its income on payments of salaries and pension.
Alabama and several other states in the US reported record increases in coronavirus cases on Friday. Florida's most populous county, Miami, has imposed a curfew ahead of the Independence Day weekend to check rising number of cases. Many states are now pushing to make wearing masks compulsory in public. The US reported over 53,000 new cases on Friday. The recent surge has alarmed public health officials who have urged caution ahead of the Independence Day celebrations today. Amid the renewed virus scare, President Donald Trump is planning to address a huge Independence Day rally in Mount Rushmore. The UK on Friday allowed quarantine-free international travel to nearly 60 low-risk countries. It has excluded India and the US as it's released a list of exempt nations posing a reduced risk. from the deadly coronavirus. The UK Foreign Office travel advisory related to India remains unchanged as part of its wider advice for British nationals to avoid all non-essential international travel. The list containing countries posing a reduced risk from the deadly coronavirus includes Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Japan, Vietnam, and Hong Kong, as well as Australia and New Zealand.
Pakistan Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi on Friday announced that he has tested positive for the coronavirus disease and has quarantined himself. Taking to Twitter, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leader said that on Friday afternoon he felt a slight fever and immediately quarantined himself at home. Pakistan's coronavirus tally has crossed the 2.21 lakh mark with more than 4,500 deaths.
Amid widespread travel restrictions and caution among people caused by the novel coronavirus, the global tourism industry may face losses of at least $1.2 trillion in 2020, according to a United Nations report. Published by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, the report adds that if restrictions to international leisure travel continue until March 2021, losses may touch $3.3 trillion, or equivalent to 1.5% of the world economy. The impact could be specifically harsh for island and developing nations. The report states that this may mean a reduction in Thailand's GDP by 9% and a loss of over 3% of GDP for tourist favorites like Egypt, Kenya, and Malaysia. Other nations like Greece, Italy, Spain, US, and Portugal may lose billions of dollars in the tourism industry. A Mumbai-based doctor, Richa Negi, definitely rose the temperature with her moves on a popular Bollywood song, dressed in a full PPE suit. She brought joy to her colleagues as she shook her leg to the song Garmi from the movie Street Dancer 3D, sharing that the vibe of the song matched how every doctor felt while wearing the PPE suits for hours. She encouraged her fellow colleagues to stay positive despite the tough working conditions.
Shahrukh Khan penned a heartwarming note condoling the demise of legendary choreographer Shahrukh Khan. Thanking her for looking after him in the film industry, SRK tweeted she was his first genuine teacher in the film industry who taught him film dancing for hours and he will miss her.